Don't talk. Actually was met with a slap on my face. Or Denier, are you foolish? When I say you bend, you bend. When I say you cry, you cry. You take my authorities as long as you're under my roof. And Nigerian parents don't even care about our happiness. I say what I say.
Your sweater looks good on my floor, and I know you love it more when I give it back with holes. We stay in bed.
Salah, welcome back to another episode of Talk. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Susan, but you can call me Susie the Talk Queen. Yeah, now that I've gotten that out of the way, if you've not seen the previous episode, you are missing out real bad. Click here to watch. We discuss the 95 for hour, all that Nigerian work trauma, stress, and everything. That was what we discussed. Yeah, so make sure you see that, catch up on that. And if you have not subscribed, why? Please, kindly, whatever you want me to say, just please subscribe so you don't miss out on all the exciting content and episodes that await you. So yeah, today we're discussing the effect of strict parenting on an individual, the consequences of strict parenting. What does it do to a child? Even when you become an adult, what does it do to you? But before we dive into that, it's story time. Let's read the story we have for today. Hello, Talk Queen. Can I talk? I walked in eggshells throughout my childhood, but this particular situation broke me, and I will never forget. I don't think I can ever forgive my mother and my aunts. My name is Jane. Growing up, I used to have very long and beautiful hair that every girl envied in school. My hair was my pride. I loved it. Not until one afternoon, my mom's elder sister, my aunt, looked at my head and said to my mom, "Aburomi, this your daughter's hair would not allow her concentrate in school." Mind you, I was 17, preparing to enter uni. My aunt further said, "Let's cut it. You're not going to school to do fashion parade. You're going to school to learn." I was dragged to the stool in the living room. My mom brought out scissors. I wanted to cry. I started to cry. I loved my hair. It was so long and full and it felt like me. "Stop that nonsense." My mother snapped. "Your auntie is doing you a favor. Are you not going to school to learn?" I nodded, tears streaming. "Please, mommy, I don't want to cut my hair." My plea was met with a slap on my face. "Or Denier, are you foolish? When I say you bend, you bend. When I say you cry, you cry. You take my authorities as long as you're under my roof." That was the lesson seared into me that day. My body was not my own. My no was not valid. My consent was irrelevant. This lesson repeated itself throughout my life. At 22, I graduated with a first-class degree in accounting. My parents beamed. They had chosen the course. I had wanted to study mass communication. When I showed them the admission letter, my father tore it. "Journalist, to be chasing politicians for kobo. You will be a banker." I mean, I have said it. My future was not mine to choose. Now I'm 30 and I'm a banker. I live in my own apartment. I pay my own bills, yet I still want more. I feel like I'm trapped. I can't find anything. I can't find happiness in anything I'm doing. I didn't choose this path. My parents did. I feel alone because no one really understands me. I really want to find my purpose, but I feel it's too late. Would I live unhappy and unfulfilled for the rest of my life? I want to get out of these shackles. My parents spoiled my life, ruined my joy, and left me with no purpose. Whew. Crazy. It's a whole lot, and I keep saying that the way you nurture a child or the way you treat a child is very, very important. I know most people would say, "Oh yes, you have to instill fear into your child. You need to instill their training so that he comes out to become a better person." But while instilling fear and training, do you know what you're doing to the child? Do you know what to do to the mental health of that child? See, it is not enough that your child is successful. Oh yes, your child is a banker. The child is a doctor, but do you know the inner demons your child is fighting? Your child cannot walk up, cannot stand up in the midst of people because of that thing that you deprive her of when she was still little. Imagine this story. Imagine you spoil. There's a whole lot that has been spoiled in the life of Jane, our dear listener, that wrote this story. There's a whole lot that has gone wrong, and the foundation is the cause. The upbringing is the cause. Most times, I go about seeing people talk outside, and I wonder how you were raised, because leave it or take it or leave it. The way a man is, the way a woman is, has a whole lot to do with his upbringing. 70% of how you it turn out to be is dependent on how you were raised and the environment you lived in. So that is a very, very important part of man's life. You cannot take that away. I remember having a conversation with one guy, and he was saying to me that women can never be anything without the help of a man. There has to be a man in whatever success a woman is claiming, or whatever success a woman is putting together. A woman cannot do anything without the help of a man. I was like, what are you talking about? And to think that this guy, his father and his mother were together, but I didn't know so much then. When I got to know this person, I found out that was just the narrative of his dad. His dad never saw his wife as their mother as anything without him. So everything the woman became or become is as a result of him. So he sees that so growing up and seeing that, he sees that everything is. I'm not saying that there are not men that help women to become, but you can't say that every woman in life has been helped by a man, or there can't be a woman that has gone through a lot, that has gone through stuff to become a better person. There are lots of women doing very, very well, and they had to do it all by themselves. So I was so surprised. I was like, bro, who raised you? Like, why would you talk like this? Like, and at the end of the day, I realized that it was the upbringing. And so many people you see speak nonsense, speak rubbish about women, about a lot of things, and you cannot just help but think that how were you raised? Some people, and the consequences go a whole long way. Like I said, it's not enough that you're successful. It's not enough that your child is successful and your child is doing well with a banker. You see grown up adults, they cannot speak outside publicly. They cannot speak without thinking that are they speaking, are they saying something? Because right from the start, you not allow them have their own opinion. You're not allowing them speak up in the crowd, talk. I don't understand where you say sorrow, don't talk. I know that is respect, but at times you don't shut a child out every single time just because you want the child to show that, oh, I'm respectful, your child is respectful. Let your child speak. Hear your opinion. I remember that my mother, she's always seeking for my opinion from a lot of things. And it has helped me now. Now she's not here, but she's helped me a lot of times to make decisions. Right now, I have to make decisions by my own self. I have to live by my own self. There's really nobody to say, oh, how does this look like? Or what should I do? Imagine I was growing up and she didn't allow me speak, or she didn't allow me have my own thoughts. I would be lost right now, because now I'm my whole self. I'm dependent, and I'm independent rather. I'm independent, and I can think by myself, and I can make decisions by my own self. You will see tons of men, tons of women out there, they cannot make decisions. They have to run back to their parents, every single thing. It's not that you wouldn't seek advice to your parents, but learn to be on your own self. Learn to stand. Learn to be by yourself. Do things by yourself. You don't have to run through people to make decisions. Stand on your own. Even if it means that you are going to fail, it prepares you to become greater. Failure is not anything like, I see failure as something that helps you to learn. And if you fail once, you try again. So it's okay to fail. And parents need to understand that it's okay for a child to fail. And if whatever failure your child comes about in life doesn't mean that the life of the child has ended. And so you need to be careful of how you raise a child and not instill fear into the lifestyle. Like the love should not be with how do I put this? There shouldn't be toxicity in the kind of love you're giving your child. Yes, But there's something called tough love as well. So that tough love, you need to be able to balance it with. I don't even, for me, I don't see anything that's supposed to be tough in love, because love is gentle, love is caring, love is calm. So when you're going up, see, I have a perfect example for this. When I say gentle parenting does this a whole lot, I was raised my gentle parents, but they were disciplined and they were strict. We dare not go and we dare not do something they don't want us to do because we respect them. But then if I have anything in mind, I can speak. I can talk to my mom. I can walk up to my dad, say, "Oh, dad, I want this. I want to that." How about that? See, I wanted to say something the earlier on. I have a perfect example. While growing up, there was a place we lived at, and our neighbor as a child, a, a male child, that guy was stubborn. Oh my days. I've grown now, and I've never seen any child as stubborn as that. That guy is so stubborn. Hell bent of being a frustration to his child, hell bent of being a chaos to everybody. Like, this child steals, lies. Everybody in the neighborhood knows that this guy is a complete nuisance around the neighborhood. And his mother got so frustrated. His dad was so frustrated. What would they do? They would lock him up, beat him mercilessly. Like, you would hear his scream from the third street. You would hear him scream, shout, wail. They did that over time. What happened? At the end of the day, the guy became more resistant to all of the pain. So whenever he does something, I would hear him say to his mom, "You're mad, Lumina, you're just going to beat me." And Lumina. In fact, when the guy has done something, he will come home and he will do his sound like this. So that's just what it is. Like, and that's just what it is, honestly, because you need to be able, a child that is stubborn like that, you need to be able to find a way to nurture and raise that child. Rebellious would just come with that beating mercilessly. At the end of the day, he doesn't even see anything wrong. If he does anything, you're going to beat me, and that's it. So the child becomes very rebellious. At the end of the day, they were able to say that probably they're going to send him to probably police academy or go to soldier. I was just like, oh, you're making this child worse. Honestly, there are ways you would reach out to a child. There are ways you would talk to a child and the child would listen. You don't have to beat him up till he loses his senses. Like, that is, if that is going to work, you're just going to have a child that just fears you. A child that when you talk to is going to listen while you're there, but when you're not there anymore, the child is going to go and do everything he or she wants to like. And the thing is, you cannot always police your child, because these people, I mean, our parents think, yes, they're smart, but they think that they can outsmart all these young people. Like, a lot of things that has happened, because a lot of bad things has happened to children because they are not able to speak or talk to their mother or their father to just confide in them. So they rather find a confidant outside, a friend or anybody, just to confide in. I want to believe that you need to be able to create a space that your child feels safe enough to tell you anything, and that's how I'm raised. I can speak on strict parenting because I've seen a whole lot around me and I've made my research. I can speak on it because I've seen the consequences of different number of child, even till they became an adult. So you just eventually breed a child that is going to be rebellious, a child that is going to fear you while you're there. I remember growing up, when we want to go out, when I was still in secondary school, when we want to go out, my friends would lie to their parents that they're going for video, they're going for class. I don't have to do that. Honestly, while I was dating I didn't date for secondary school, but while I was dating in university, I told my mom. My mom knew what people I was dating, and I could confide in her. Anytime I had issues, I would tell her. And that's the best thing. That's the best form of parenting. I mean, now when I say you're bomoje, that's not bomoje. I'm sorry. Honestly, that is not spoiling your child. You should be the first person. If your child is in trouble, your child needs an advice, you should be the first person. Let me go and meet my mom. Let me go and meet my dad. If you create that space, that safe space, you're not spoiling your child. Honestly, you're helping your child in the best way possible. And I know that there are times that my mom will say, "This person you're dating is not good for you." But I'll say, "No, I want it." My mom say, "Oh yeah, no, Allah now." And I'm so grateful for that because our mother, our father, our parents, the way they are so hell bent on, you must not make mistakes, you must not fail. What I've gone through, you must not go through it. That's good, but you need to be able to relax and let your child experience life. Yes, because when you're not there anymore, those lessons will be what will keep the child going. Honestly, I don't even know. At times, I feel like before my mom died, probably she prepared me ahead because probably she prepared us ahead because I just always now that I think about it or anytime I think about it, like wow, it was as if this woman knew that she was going to like not even stay for long because everything I needed, she already instilled in us. Like where we know the right path already, we know what we want to do, and that's just the best, honestly, because you will not be always there to police your child. You will not always be there to tell your child the right and the wrong. So let your child make mistakes. Let your child fail. Yes, fail, rise up again and do it. That's what makes life. But if you're so scared of making your child, of failing, your child not experiencing the world, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. See, at times our two children raised in the same city, born in the same city, school, everything in the same city, and they're not able to go out there to see what's happening in life. That's not fair enough. See, when you meet them live in the same place for a very long time, when they go out, they are not able to adapt. They're not able to mingle. There are some people that they have social anxiety. When they see crowd, they begin to tremble. It's because they are not allowed to go to mingle with their friends. I was saying something. I skipped that. I was saying that my friends would go out and say, oh, they are going for church vigil, they are going for classes and all of that. But I would always tell them that, oh, I'm going for a party, and she would always allow me. And she did not allow me because she wanted to support me, but she wanted to just do me. She wanted to do what I want to do so that I'm not going, because she knows that if she doesn't allow me, I'm going to do it, and that's going to be the worst. I'll even call back and gist about what happened. And that's like the unhealthy mother-child or parent-to-child relationship. That's the best way for you to be able to get through to your child. And honestly, I don't think my mom ever even used her hands or beat me or used the word or cane it. And I'm grateful for who I am right now because a lot of things, as I see, the thing is, when I think about it, yeah, she never beat me or used violent ways to raise me or raise us. And that was what I had in mind. Because I mean, this woman allowed me, so I don't want to disappoint her. That was everything I had. The fact that she believes that you are a child I want to raise in love and nurture with softness, I held on to that. You gave me this privilege. I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want you to regret the fact that you love me openly. Like you treated me like a friend, more than a parent. And I didn't want to disappoint her. And that was what kept me going. So if I want to do anything about her, even if she's not there, I'm going to say my mom's not a part of this because I don't want her to regret that you raised me in very soft way and nurturing and gentle way. And that's just where it is, and that's just where it lies. Honestly, the beating, the screaming, it traumatizes the child at the end of the day. You can raise a successful child, but a very, very sad psychopath. Yes. Because you need to know that the love and your environment, everything is going to contribute to how the person is. You see men saying that see men, they don't respect women. You see men turning out to beat up their spouses, being domestic, being violent, being, being just very, very bitter, just because the way they see their father relate with their mother. That was how that everything birthed. That was how it came. And these things go a very, very long way in a child's life. Like that's how you form a child. That's how you form a bitter child. And I know that so many families, you've never seen their father and their mother, spouses fight in the presence of their children. Whenever they have any fights, whenever they have any issues, they take it into their room. And that's like an healthy way. Because you see some children say, oh, I've never seen my father and my mother fight, so why would I? And that's a great testimony. I am not even joking. Whatever you do, even when a child is very, very little, when you yell, when you shout, when you scream, creates terror. It creates fear. In as much as you want your child to respect you, but don't do that in form of fear. Don't let fear to enter into your child's life and then create a lot of things. One of the consequences I've mentioned is that you see some people, they have social anxiety. Once they are missed people, they cannot talk, they cannot say anything, they cannot face the crowd. These are the issues. Some people, they don't have the mind of their home. If they've not, if they run back to their mommy, that's why we have some guys, their mommy's boy. If they cannot run back to their mommy and ask for solution, like they cannot do anything without asking for another person's opinion. It's okay to ask for advice, but you should be the sole director of your life, should be the sole owner. Like you should have child over your life. Take decisions, do things by yourself. That's how a man is supposed to be. And then some people that have self consequence, like you just end up being sad. Nothing makes sense to you. Imagine the story we read, a successful banker, but then you're sad, being in shackles. It looks like you failed, but your parents are bragging out that, so, oh, I've raised a fine man as you, because that girl is not happy. And Nigerian parents don't even care about our happiness. I said what I said, I said what I said. Honestly, all they want is just you following their rules. My rules is your rules. That you have to abide by it. Whatever I'm saying, that's what Ola Bengue, that they will say like that's the final. Whatever I say is final. They don't care about how you feel or what makes you happy. They will say, oh, is it happiness? Is it the happiness that will do this for you? They don't care. They just want you to do whatever they feel is right, whatever they feel is good for them or good for you. And it makes no sense. Honestly, happiness is a whole lot because every step of the way, a parent needs to be able to understand that in as much as you're making decisions, your child has to be happy about it. Let your child own his voice. Oh, mommy, I don't want this. Okay, what do you want? You listen to your child. That's how you create, and that's how you make a child that is healthy, mentally stable, emotionally, not people would avoid that attachment, fear, everything. All these things are because of how the child was raised and the environment you find us. Every single thing you're yelling, you're screaming, you're shouting, and you think that if your child is making a difference, you think that, oh, your child is going to grow up to be that person you want. You lied. It's not going to be, because at the end of the day, you might see your child successful, but it's sad. Your child cannot do what it's supposed to do. It's seeing his mates go out, have fun, or social anxiety would not allow. So it's very important that children are being able to have their opinion, talk, and make decisions by themselves. This is very important. And for anyone who feels stuck, and for anyone that feels like, oh, is terrified, not able to speak up, or because you feel like you're in shackles, like this dear listener, all I have to say is that it's not too late for you. You can do something you like. I remember, let me have this story before I conclude. I remember I've always wanted to be a doctor growing up. I think that every one of us had that. Oh, I wanted to be a doctor. Everybody wanted to be a doctor. Until reality knocked us two by two. So I wanted to be a doctor. And my dad loved it because my dad loves anything professional like doctor, lawyer. In fact, anything, especially anything, all this medicine line, pharmacy, medical lab, and all those things my dad loves. So you wanted like was in support until I got in secondary school. And I finished secondary school and I told my dad that, oh, I don't want to be a doctor. And he was like, what? You don't want to be a doctor? You have to be a doctor. This is that. I even told him that, sis, I'm even scared at the sight of blood. Like I can't even cope. How do I cope? And he said, you get adapted. You just don't worry. You come on, you get over it. Just go and do it. I remember that mom was one that spoke for me. So I had to tell her that, see, ma, if you want me to excel, do not put me into this, because if I do this, there's high probability that I will fail. And that's just it. Because when my mates are not scared of God and I am scared, tell me how, if I collapse 3 times in the lab, like how is that helping me? Whether I do something that I take interest in, that I love and I have passion for, passion is going to keep me going. The happiness is going to keep me grounded. So that's what's up. So if you're watching me, if you're listening and you find yourself lost, you find yourself feeling unpurposeful, feeling like you're not fulfilled, even though you have a life, you have a job or anything, just try to do something that you have genuine happiness in, that you pick interest in. It could be a hobby, it could be a game, it could be whatsoever that you feel that is going to fill that void and that emptiness inside of you. And for our dear listener, please forgive your parents. So my viewer that has sent a story, forgive yourself, because that's like the first step to healing, forgiving them and finding something that makes you happy. Just do it and as an hobby and just enjoy your life, because you're already there already. You can't go back and right the wrong. So that's it for today. Until the next time, I'll see you later. Bye. And hold up, if you have not subscribed again, please kindly subscribe so that you don't miss out. Angels. Bye bye.
And I know you love it more